I know what you're thinking. Oh hey, another Fnaf video. Real original. Well, Halloween's coming up and Fnaf's kind of the only horror thing I know very well, so cry about it. Anyways, what the hell? Never mind. Anyways, I mainly want to talk about the impact Five Nights at Freddy's actually had and delve more into it than my last video did. And with that, we're gonna have a lot more to talk about in this video. So learn why I always sleep with my lights on and pre-soiled pants. It all began in 2014 when Scott Cawthon, a game developer with a history of creating family-friendly games, decided to pivot. After receiving negative feedback on his previous titles, he developed a horror game inspired by unsettling animatronics found in children's restaurants. All thanks to this, Five Nights at Freddy's was born. Players take on the role of Mike Schmidt, a night security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The goal? Survive 5 nights while monitoring the malfunctioning animatronics, inspiring fan theories and, fan art. We don't like to talk about those. The success of the first game led to a rapid expansion of the franchise. In just over a year, Cawthon released 4 additional games. First came Five Nights at Freddy's 2, of course. Fnaf 2 hit shelves on November 2014. That's right, just 3 months after Fnaf 1. This prequel introduced a new character and mechanics, allowing players to use a flashlight to ward off the animatronics. Thanks to Fnaf 2, we got new animatronics including the toy animatronics, mangled, and the withered animatronics. It was also the start of the lore. I'm talking about the lore minigames. There are 4 separate minigames you can get if you die. There's a Take Cake minigame, Foxy Go Go minigame, the Save Them minigame, and the Give Gifts Give Life minigame. Now, I'm not going to really talk very much on any of the lore or minigames in this video, because this is more on the history of Fnaf franchise and not the lore. But after Fnaf 2, we got in March 2015, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. This time it introduced a new antagonist, Springtrap, the animatronic housing the remains of William Afton. This game emphasized the lore surrounding Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, deepening the franchise's narrative complexity by giving us gameplay mechanics like ventilation and having to reboot the system. Now isn't that just peachy? Now later that year, just like the situation with Fnaf 1 and 2, Five Nights at Freddy's 4 released just 4 months after Fnaf 3. Fnaf 4 took a much different approach, setting the game in a child's bedroom. The terrifying animatronics were replaced with nightmarish versions, and the gameplay revolved around listening carefully to your surroundings. A year later in 2016, Sister Location further expanded the lore, introducing new characters and a more elaborate story. Players could explore the facility, offering a fresh perspective on the series' mechanics. After Sister Location, the series continued with Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator in 2017. Along with this, in 2019, there came Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted VR, an experience that allowed players to immerse themselves in the horror, revisiting previous games with a new VR twist. It's like I'm actually here. What the hell? Now, while all this was happening, Scott Cawthon also started releasing books, which aren't 100% canon to the games, but helped a lot with the lore, like revealing William Afton being the purple guy. But after all these games, and now loads of different book series, what could possibly be next? As the fanbase continued to grow, so did interest in adapting the franchise into other media. The long-anticipated Five Nights at Freddy's film has gone through various development stages since being announced in 2015. But finally, after going from Warner Bros. To Blumhouse and partnering with the Jim Henson Studio for the animatronics, the Fnaf movie finally had a release date of October 23rd, 2023. And you know everyone was hyped for it. That hurt. And once that day came, you know every Fnaf fan got their exotic butters and popcorn to go see this thing. The film aimed to bring the terrifying atmosphere of the games to the big screen, with a storyline that promises to capture the essence of what fans love, and even including some of the great YouTubers that helped make this franchise big. Fnaf really revolutionized the horror gaming genre, and probably pretty soon the horror movie genre. It really shows that story is key, and that it makes any game or movie that much better.